On Wednesday in the live Music City capital of the world, the Who's harmonized to an offensive tune Texas couldn't turn down. On Saturday in Buzz City, another scoring blitz. A flurry the Flyers couldn't curb. Now Virginia's bringing that heat back to frigid Charlottesville, and fans are falling in love with their new look Cavs as they sharpen up for Maryland Eastern Shore. Some Tuesday night hoops here inside of John Paul Jones Arena. Welcome courtside alongside Mac McCarthy. I'm Corey Spector. Thanks so much for joining us. They've been in the Pacific Ocean. They've been in the southwestern U.S., but the Flames haven't been here much of late. Home in Lynchburg. Tonight, Liberty linking up with Sam Houston, 6 days after the Bearcats bruised up the league favorites. Welcome inside Liberty Arena. So glad to have you in alongside the national champ Kelly Deo. I'm Corey Spector. Annie Corey joins us in a little bit. Liberty only had one home game in a 41-day span. It's nice to be back here in Lynchburg. All right, Tess. So your hometown in Belgium is about 4,000 miles away from Charlottesville. Like, how on earth did you choose UVA?
It was a whole process, to be honest. Last season, of course, I was playing overseas.
That pushes down the WAC, the wins above bubble, which is basically a projection of how many wins more or less you would have as the average bubble team against your same schedule.
Yeah, and you can make up for that, but you got to get some quad 1 and quad 2 wins up there. And Virginia still has a chance, and we'll talk about that later in the broadcast.
I got the ball. I got it.
Nice job.
So the announcers, by the way, we always have to be ready. Okay. Appreciate the deflection there. And ooh,
outstanding. That's a good hands right there. That's good hands.
I'm a righty too, by the way. Oh, follow through, holding the gooseneck. Yes. Yeah. So you got to hold that up. Isn't that good form? If I were a lefty, right?
It is good form. Okay. It is good form. I will give you that.
What food do you miss the most from back home?
The feeling that you come home from high school or whatever, and your mom cooked a nice dinner or whatever. I think.
What'd she make?
She makes everything. She makes the most amazing soup, like vol au vent. Maybe you know.
Vol au vent? Did I say that correctly?
Yeah,
okay.
It's cool.
What's in it?
It's like this chicken stew with meatballs and mushrooms.
Ooh.
It's amazing.
Okay.
And of course we have our Belgian fries, what I miss the most.
Well, Tess, we really appreciate your time. And again, welcome to Charlottesville. Welcome to the U.S. And we wish you the best of luck, okay?
Thank you, man.
All right.
It was amazing.
Yes, sir. You flip it back about 72 hours ago. You guys lose at home by 20 points. And Coach Jack, after the game, she wasn't happy. She was talking about the lack of energy for your team. How much did she challenge your group over the last 3 days?
We were in the gym at 6 in the morning that next day, and
Quite the way to celebrate her 20th birthday today. The Flames' leading scorer on the season.
And it was actually Heather Mills' birthday yesterday.
Speaking of birthdays, I wanted to wish you a very happy birthday.
You're kidding.
Donut. Happy birthday.
Oh my gosh, thanks, Corey. Oh, you guys are so sweet. You know I'm either going to eat this or I'm going to bring it to my kids at home who certainly
Don't bring it to
will.
the kids.
I know.
No, be selfish. Take the donuts.
You're so sweet.
5 seconds to play first half. White, pump fake, pull back. Trey, yes! Oh, White is on target. And the Jacarmi, his fan base, they are riled up for their general. Oh, Tia Schelling, she is a blur. Oh, my! A serious swat from Emmy Stout. Samayoa Mathis on the steal, their best defender. Palazzo, deep range three. Back rim and down! And down! Game's tied! All directing traffic here. Grunlow feeds. White scampers into the lane, flips it up. On Yenso, no. Padding his steps. White floats to the outside, moving around Johnson. Pitter patters towards the paint. Shot clock at 5 here. Hurd makes a decision. Smith, White, ball movement, pump fake. Johnson, late clock situation. Doesn't matter. Aaron whips it over her head. Congestion and a kick. Bradley 3 and a dagger for the Texters. Shot clock at 9. Bellamy races to the short corner. Shimmy, swims underneath, reverse layup. Yes! Tierra Bellamy with the biggest shot of her life. All right, so the veteran Jillian Brown inbounds here for UVA. Cavaliers in a box set. 6.8 to go. UVA down by 3. Long pass. Levy makes the catch. Back to Johnson. Doesn't have a clean look. Heaves it up. Misses short. Heidi Williams fouled with 2.4 to go. And the Retrievers can stiff it. Second free throw for Williams. Makes it a 5-point game. Cavaliers no timeouts. Brown inbounds. Johnson lets it bounce a couple of times. Lofts it up near midcourt. It doesn't matter. And the Retrievers have found their sweet treat. UMBC, for the first time in program history, knocks off a Power 4 opponent. 61-56 the final.
On this end, the Lady Toppers up by 8, and yet Trinity Rowe only has a few points in this game. Talegdi can't score, and now Thompson sets the pace. Jakayla bounces, Scout rejected by Kader.
Absolutely beautiful block coming over late. It looked like that was an easy 2 for Stout.
Talegdi goes off the hand of Stout. It'll stay on this end.
So Jakayla Thompson gets inside the paint and then drops it off to Emmy Stout, but Kader with the rejection. And then they maintain possession and come down on this end of the floor.
That is not an easy woman to block.
That's right, yeah. Emmy Stout really does a good job of controlling the ball, using her body to keep the defenders off.
Stout second in the league in field goal percentage. Kader, that was way off. Stout with an uncontested board. Emmy coming off a 14-point game against Middle Tennessee, nearing a double-double in that one with 8 rebounds. Neither team has scored just yet here in half 2. Stout high-low, Nawabi ducking in, and a foul underneath on Kader for the hold.
That's a good look inside. As we mentioned earlier in this game, Liberty needed to establish that interior game, and that's how you do that. Whether or not she turns and scores is not the issue. They've just got to get the ball inside so that the defense can start shifting, and then those gaps can be open for the shooters.
There's a gap, there's a shooter.
Whoa, 2 for 2 from the three-point line for number 1 in white.
James muscling down low. Excellent work from Nawabi, who clears.
I think she's come down with at least 3 of those rebounds in this half alone.
Those are jaw-dropping rebounds. Mills, another crevice. Booyah! You want more Mills? You're getting Mo Mills.
Is this what the 20th year and ahead is going to look like for Avery Mills? Because I am here for it. The birthday girl having a game.
James weaving in, whistle, blocking call. 2 free throws for WKU.
All right, I'm not sure about that call. I think she got the charge, but she does get these 2 threes. That one from long range, and then how about this? The dribble, you do not go under the screen on Avery Mills. She will make you pay.
She loves to reject ball screens with that in-and-out dribble.
Yeah, she really does. And that's something she works on all the time, right? She's not just a shooter. When she's got the ball in her hands, she's so savvy with the basketball, makes great decisions. She understands the game at a fundamental level, so she's able to adjust coming off those screens, finding shooters. She is a tremendous basketball player.
You remember when she had 4 first-half points?
I do.
Okay, she's got 10 now in the game.
Okay. Feels like not long ago. It's happened quickly.
Yes, it did. Thompson at 4 points in the first half. Who do you think they want to get the ball to here? Any idea?
Just hold on to it, sister.
Another reject from Mills. Draws 2 defenders, leaves it for Scout. Oh, board, Nawabi blocked. Second try, put it on the board.
Nawabi wanted that foul. I actually thought it was great defense by WKU after those offensive rebounds, but a really good putback by Ife Nawabi.
And it all starts with Mills with the level of attraction she causes. Aya's daughter swats the ball free.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And I think if you're Greg Collins right now, you're looking at Avery Mills still on the floor and you're just like, shoot.
I thought Mills was going to shoot that one from Charlottesville. Instead, she passes. Aya's daughter an open look. Nawabi tangled up with James. Play continues. Tori James is hurt. Aya's daughter a 3 as play resumes.
The Thundering Herd made a conscious effort this offseason, bringing in their 6 transfers and 2 freshmen to get more three-point shooting. The Thundering Herd have taken a lot of them so far this season. They've made over 13 per game. But the three-point shooting today has been relatively non-existent.
Yeah, they're 1 for 5, and that's due in large part to the Virginia defense, who has been pressuring them full court, making it hard for them to get into their rhythm and find those good shots even to take. They've taken some shots, again, 1 for 5, but they haven't found the right shots to put them down. They also haven't been able to get that fast break three-pointer that they are known to do.
So what's the solution then? How does Marshall get that three-ball availability?
They're going to have to get the ball up the court quicker. More carefully, but they're going to have to get the ball up the court quicker and get into their set so they can find it. Got to create spacing.
So Joseph makes the mid-range shot there. It's a beautiful shot, by the way, but I think the Cavaliers are okay with that shot.
Yes, because it's a 2-pointer, and that's not really that dangerous. You know, they kind of left him a little bit of room to do that. It's when they start getting around the arc and getting dangerous from out there that will raise the eyebrows of the Cavaliers.
The driving kick, right, when Marshall gets that going. Grunlow on a post ISO here against Van Komen, and Grunlow swiftly moves his way through the lane.
Did a good job of putting Van Komen in a bad position where he wasn't able to defend.
There's that transition 3 they've been looking for. No conversion there, Hollenbeck, but a restart now for the Hurt.
So it's going to be an on-ball screen, right? Potentially a drive and kick or the fade.
Wow, what a terrific shot from Spear.
And it's a good shot from Spear, but still a 2. They need the 3. They're going to be in search of for a little while here.
Malik Thomas returning here, 13 points, now 5 for 6 from the floor.
We started off hot. A lot of things are going, like we're talking a lot about the perimeter, but let's look down low. We see Grunlow going to work on Van Komen. Again, he's putting him in a bad spot, gets around him, and there's not really much he can do to defend if he doesn't want to foul. And that's just smart work by Grunlow.
Yeah, we talked with Coach Odom before the game as well about the post ISOs. It's a big part of the Cavaliers offense this year. And we said, okay, you know, Marshall's got a good center in Van Komen. Can you do that against them? And Brian said, yeah, we're going to do that this afternoon. Expect it.
Exactly. He knows what he has. You know, he's recruited. He's been working with these guys since the summer. He's seen what their capabilities are. He knows exactly what he's got.
Lewis makes a pair. One of the best three-point shooters coming over from the MAC in Toledo. Lewis will now exit.
So here comes the pressure. Marshall's going to have to get the ball up the floor quickly and safely in order to have any chance of getting a good shot, and particularly those long-range shots they're looking for.
But this guy is a thorn in everyone's side right now. Chance Mallory is just annoying.
Yeah, that's right. That's his job. You know, be as annoying as possible. Do not make this easy. He's a very quick guard.
8 steals in the first 3 games this season.
So here they are, pretty eventless, getting the ball up the court. They've got plenty of time on the shot clock. Now they've got to get something going to get it somebody who can get a good look at a 3, hopefully, for them.
Not much yet for Fricks, who comes off a 34-point game against Elon. Shot clock at 7. That is another tough contested J that doesn't go for Joseph this time.
He tried to get the ball down inside to Van Komen, and that's another way to get that 3-point shot, right? Getting it inside.
Thomas a bounce. Floater goes up off the heel from Grunlow. Spear feeds. Fricks. No dice.
That's the one he wanted, but it's a little hard when you've been cold and haven't had a whole lot of touches.
Grunlow running the floor, beating Van Komen, and gets the deuce.
Another smart play by Grunlow. Shot fake, took his time, and took the right shot.
Man, the Cavaliers are surging offensively, doubling up the Thundering Herd, and UVA's made 2/3 of its shots thus far. Dribble off the sneaker, steal Mallory, blitzes the paint, Fricks the rejection, called for a foul though.